Shane Harder here from Seeking Unemployment. This is the real estate investment show where we learn how to become gainfully unemployed together. So today's episode is number 12 in a much larger series where I ask all these investors the same question to really dig deep into the issue. And today's all about books. We all believe, I think, in real estate education as an important thing. And so what books have these investors found to be the most beneficial to them? I will put the links to these books in the video description below, as well as on the website at seekingunemployment.com. So let's take a look and see why they feel like these books were so influential and so impactful in their lives.
You know, I have to go back to probably my foundational book, and that is Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's probably the same one for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it's just phenomenal from the standpoint. It's the first business book that I ever read that opened my eyes to the possibilities.
Yeah.
For books, my favorite books, the books that I'm really most interested in right now are that I keep rereading is Feeling Good by David Burns. It's a cognitive behavioral therapy book. It's more of a guide. So it's like you got to sit there with your pen and paper and work out your thought processes. I found that's been really, really good for me as I've tried to come out of multi-layered intense depression. And then also on the other side of cognition, also a really old book called Psycho-Cybernetics, more about like imagining where you'll be and trying to create just a little bit more vision for creating yourself, like thinking about yourself as the person that you want to be and stuff like that. So both of those I would say have positively affected my business, or in my practices in general, and moving forward and feeling less timid and less nervous about taking risks and doing things and moving forward. But I've also read all like the Bigger Pockets books and stuff like that. Those were all like good, but they're all just information you can also get off of a YouTube video or.
You know, my favorite books tend to be around mindset. Like I love the 4-Hour Workweek and the whole. I was actually
Tim Ferriss.
Yeah, Tim Ferriss, 4-Hour Workweek is a great book.
Yeah.
I love, and right now there's a really good one to read while people are kind of down and maybe feeling a little scared. Abundance: The Future is Better Than You Think by Peter Diamandis. That's a great book. I love Brendan Burchard, Millionaire Messenger, if you're looking to maybe get what you have up here in your brain and maybe helping other people on the planet by sharing your message. That's a great book. That really inspired me. I love a book called Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh. That book is, he owns Zappos shoes now, but before that he owned a travel company, sold it, made tons and tons and tons of money, sold it to a company that didn't have the same philosophies, and they changed the culture and all, he had to leave all his employees. The culture changed within his business when he set up Zappos. How it was all around the culture that he built. I found that very fascinating. Yeah. By the way, his book, or his last name is spelled H-S-I-E-H. So if you're looking for that, those are some of my favorites. Then there's a lot of the classics. 7 Habits. I know you're probably a fan of that yourself. Yeah. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And of course, Think and Grow Rich. Those are classics. Great books. So most of the stuff isn't really specific to a strategy in real estate, but it's all about having the right mindset, the right ethics, the right values, the right inspiration. And I think, once again, when you work on yourself, everything else just falls into place a lot more easily. So those are some of the books I most highly recommend.
My favorite investing book is not actually an investing book at all. It's actually a mindset book. And it's written by a guy named Wallace Wattles in I want to say it was like 1910 or 1920. But it's called The Science of Getting Rich. And it is I don't necessarily like the name of the title of the book because it sounds like a cheesy get rich quick scheme, but it is an absolute mindset changer.
Cool.
So it's changed my life. It's changed my business. I've listened and read that book probably hundreds of times.
Wow.
I can tell you my favorite chapters. I sometimes when I feel like I need a reset, I'll play it in my car on my way to work, or when I'm driving around doing errands or something, and it'll just reset.
Rich Dad Poor Dad was one of the first books we read, and was profoundly influential. I mean, Buffett, books that Buffett has recommended. So The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham is Buffett's mentor. It was very influential. Dave Lindahl has some great books on multifamily specifically. Good to Great is probably my favorite book. Business book is Good to Great. The greatest lesson out of that was the hedgehog concept, which is, what are you great at? What can you make money at? What do you love doing? And then first who, then what. So that's a principle we've applied many times. Is whenever you come to a problem, a challenge, an opportunity, instead of saying, okay, what do we do? What do we do? How do we figure this out? The right thing almost always is to say, who do we need to talk to? Who's the right person to go and meet with about this? Because when you get a lot of smart people in your capacity, in your network, you can solve almost any problem. It's just a matter of the right person being there to help you.
So how to make big money in small apartments by Lance Edwards.
Still reading
Lance
that
Edwards.
one, by the way. Thank you for loaning it to me.
Yeah. So that is, to me, that was the one that really helped me take it to the next level in terms of how to do it, why to do it, the mindset that you need to do it, and the whole game. It really goes through the whole game of apartment investing from beginning to end. It's a fantastic overview. The other one would be Joe Fairless's book called The Best Ever Apartment Syndication Book. And it's a little deeper dive than Lance's. It's more technical than Lance's. But I would start with Lance's. If you're interested in apartments, do this. Start with Lance's book, get it on audiobook because he reads it in his Texas accent. and then contact me or Shane and let us know what you thought of it, and let us know what you think about moving forward with apartments, because we can help you. And if you listen to that book and it doesn't light you up, then this isn't the space for you, and that's fine. But if you listen to it and it excites you, then we know how to get you into multifamily and into the game.
Yeah. All right, guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to connect with us and partner on some multifamily deals, click on the link below and we can send you all the info on how to get started there. If you'd like to check out the videos from the beginning of this playlist, click on this link right here. To check out the link that Google wants you to watch, click on this link right here. And lastly, if you want to make sure you see the future videos that we'll be posting in the same series, click on this subscribe link right here. You'll be all set to go. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.